Hey guys, happy weekend. What a great week last week and a great start to the new month. I wanted to talk about this post that I posted on Monday morning, an hour and a half before the market opened. And I said, that we were much closer to continuing up on the week, and the line in the sand was to stay above the weekly candles, last week's candles on all the futures. And if so, we want to be bullish because we got a new month. And you'll see here, this is all for the futures. This is ES, NQ, RTY, YM. And it was really cool what happened last week because we got simultaneous weekly breaks to the upside on all four, which again means a bunch of things doing the same thing at the same time. And from this picture, we're running into those levels. And this level here, the 5773.25, that is now the monthly trigger, which we're, closing in on. NQ is the strongest of the four because it's already triggered its monthly hammer. So we used a setup to trigger a higher time frame setup or set us up to trigger the higher time frame setup. So that's why last week was so nice, because we used this 3-2 continuation to potentially trigger and set us up for the monthly trigger. And if you go back to the monthly chart, new all-time highs are on deck, which might sound so crazy to people, but we were pretty bearish all of March and most of April until we got those gap down weeks, which changed continuity, at least on the weekly time frame. So you gotta adapt, right? So now we've got potentially simultaneous monthly hammers that are about to go in force. And just like the weekly chart, the monthly hammer or the monthly trigger, so April's highs, that's your line in the sand. You have to stay above that level on whatever it is you're trading. You could even be trading, we can look at some examples of stocks that look exactly like this, but it's the same deal, right? Like, in order to be in force on the month, we have to be above the high. And so if you use the take action window principle, right? This is your trigger. This is your magnitude 1 or target 1, target 2, target 3. So on a lower time frame, anytime you're in this window, you want to be taking longs. Okay. Now, on the flip side of that, which I don't really foresee this happening, but if we are unable to stay in force, your take action window becomes to become an outside bar, which again, I don't think that's likely, but crazier things have happened. So lots of things setting up for new all-time highs. I don't really have a list ready for you, but we can just kind of scroll through real fast just to give you an example. Pretty sure NVIDIA. Well, we're at the bottom of the Browning formation. They're trying to hammer it up. I don't know if we're going to hit a new all-time high that soon, but to me, it looks like futures could do it in this month, or if not this month. So say like maybe we get up to here in May, and then maybe it takes June. So maybe it takes 2 months to get up to a new all-time high. If that helps you with your timing. It's just a guess. But based on kind of like the size of this hammer and how volatile it was, we could definitely do it if you were thinking like a measured move type of way. But I would anticipate, since we're getting back to being bullish, that the volatility is going to slow down. VIX will slow down. So not sure if we'll see that size of a candle this month. but we'll see how that goes. Here, let me just look real quickly. And that's the same for the SPY, the Q, IWM. Here, we'll go to the month. So SPY triggered the month on Friday. You got to be careful with that though, because ES hasn't yet. Doesn't mean it won't. It just means it hasn't. So we're just going to be looking for confirming signals to keep being long biased. Let's see. Apple, no. AI, you got a hammer month at the bottom of a broadening formation. I'm looking for a certain thing. So like BAC, really close to new all-time highs with this hammer down month after hitting downside exhaustion, reversal back up. I would anticipate new all-time highs coming for May or June. I know I'm going fast. Cost, 2 down, 2 up. I would anticipate this would hit new all-time highs by the end of this month. That seems easy enough as far as like ATR. Yeah. So stuff like that. Carvana. I know I'm going fast. Just hang on. I don't want to take up too much time. Oh, IBM. IBM hit downside exhaustion, triggering the quarter, failing the quarter, so trying to go outside quarter. So May, January, February, March, April, May, June. So technically it would need to do it by the end of June. I know it's hard to see, but that is a 2 down quarter by 11 cents. So stuff like that, right? JPM, 2 down, 2 up month. You would anticipate a new all-time high for this guy. I think Morgan Stanley the same way. That was pretty far. Yeah, Morgan Stanley. 2 down, 2 up, hammer month in force. So anything that looks like that, just remember, you got to stay above April's high. And then on lower time frames, like the daily, you're just looking for actionable signals. That's awful looking, but actionable signals on the daily or wherever you can find them, the 4 hour, to get in on that move. I prefer the daily, just so you don't get TTO'd on a 4 hour. So yeah, so that's it. So starting the month of May, we have full time frame continuity from the month down, and I believe, so from the quarter down on ES and NQ and RTY is trying. So we have green time frame continuity on the quarter, the month, the week, the days, the 60s. So yeah, so for now we are bullish. And that's all I wanted to hop on and say. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you around the internets. Bye.